Let's go to Screwy Louie in Buffalo.
Yo.
Screwy Louie, the Screwy Louie.
By the way, get the word back to Shred and Reagan. 15 years. Actually, Shred 15 years in radio in Buffalo.
Wow.
I keep getting scared they're going to screw that one up and can those guys do the way the economy's going, you know? They're the only thing good around there.
You never know, but Shred's been at it like 15 years. Wow, I guess I left Buffalo 15 years ago.
Yeah, I remember before
Holy
the 103.3 Fox days.
73 cents in your pocket.
For real.
Just left.
Yeah, I remember.
No joke, I had no money.
Took an old steamer ship down it.
Not that anyone cares, but when I left Buffalo, I literally had change.
Yeah.
When I went over the Throgs Neck.
What years were you there, dude?
I paid the toll and change.
You had to throw it in the basket?
No joke. No. I had to open up the U-Haul, and I had a huge, oversized beer bottle, but it was like a 3-footer, and it was filled with change. That's all the money I had in the world, and I had to dump it out to pay the guy.
You didn't know you were going to be going through some tolls, and perhaps you should have thrown some in the.
I forgot what happened.
The cab.
I was broke, and I was one of those guys that had to pull over.
Oh, no.
And then deal with somebody. Like, I could pay this toll. Wait a minute. And I open up the... I don't know. Oh, I know why. Because they got me for the axles. So I thought...
right.
Because I was also... I remember now. And I was also towing my car. So I'm thinking, what was the Throgs Neck back then? $5-6, whatever. I think I had
per axle.
I think I had $6 left.
So you're all set, and then they charge you for axle.
I figure, all right, over the Throgs Neck, it's another hour, and then Mommy and Daddy will take care of me for a little while until I get back on my feet with the new radio job.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's whatever it was, $16-18, I don't remember. And they're like, they go, pull over. And then a guy had to walk out, and then we're going through my change.
Your change?
He had to pay the toll. That was like 90, I don't know, 92 maybe?
I probably was up in Buffalo at times doing gigs when you were up there doing radio. And I wasn't doing radio up there, but I went there and do the comedy club.
Jimmy, when you come into the scene up there in Buffalo?
I'm actually working on getting something in Buffalo done now.
That's a great city.
I'm dying to see it, man.
You do well in Buffalo.
Absolutely.
I think so, too. It's been years since I've been up there.
Same act, though.
Oh, without a doubt. You have to get over. Just pretend I'm not saying Clinton. The whole Monica Lewinsky thing. I'm trying to find an Obama sex scandal with a cigar. I can make it topical again.
You know, we're laughing, but there are comedians that do exactly that.
Kevin Meaney?
And they don't know why they're not making it. It's like, how about you update your act, you idiot?
I don't know how they do it. How do you...
I don't know.
All those years...
It's same exact 15, 20
Bob
minutes.
Nelson?
I remember going to L.A. every... Bob Nelson probably...
Is he still doing the football player guy and the...
Probably, yeah.
Oof.
I remember going to L.A. every year or 2 years, and you see the same comedians, local guys at the Comedy Cellar. You've been living your life for the last year or two, and you go back, and the guy's doing the exact same act you saw last time you were in L.A. And they're in L.A. hoping like some big Hollywood guy's going to come in and discover them. How is that ever going to happen? Doing the same act for years.
Same dribble.
One thing that happens in LA with comedians, they get this, I got to get my 7 to 10 industry set minutes.
They call it the industry set?
Yeah, like, let them see what you are. Tell a story. So these guys are like, I was driving a limo for a few years. And they'll do like a few minutes of that. So some show developer can see that and know that we can build a show around this.
All right, look. Sorry, Jimmy. I heard you. And people out there in Radio Land heard you. But Danny just found a picture of Bob Nelson. And,
it's recent.
Yeah, he's still doing the football bit.
Because his hair's all gray.
He looks like Fran Tarkenton. The current picture of Fran Tarkenton.
What little hair is left on his head is totally gray.
Yeah.
And he's still doing the bit with the big shoulder pads and the football helmet. Holy shit. Is anybody going to see that and laughing?
It was pretty funny for the time.
I play football.
Yeah.
A mind is a terrible thing.
Right. You remember?
I remember. Yeah, sure do. He used to be the toast of the East Side Comedy Club.
Yeah.
On Jericho Turnpike.
Wasn't he on the big HBO special where everybody made
was. Yeah, he was one. He was a standout because everyone was. You watched him doing that for the first time. The audience is fucking dying. It
was a good set.
Cracking up.
I remember seeing that with my dad for the first time. It's like, you remember where you were when you saw certain bits.
Boys,
yeah. Wait.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
All right, Screwy Louie.
They have a big, they have like a big picture of Bob Nelson in his football gear over at like Governor's.
Yeah,
and it's hard to look at when I go there.
He's so douchey. Yeah, you just get that douche chill.
I think he found God too, or
He
something.
became. I've never met Bob Nelson.
I heard he found God. Good for him.
God bless. God bless. Have a good night.
Whatever it takes.
I was watching. Danny stopped by yesterday, and we were watching douche chill-ish movie trailers because I want to see the trailer for Star Trek, the latest one for Star Trek movie, which looks really kick-ass.
Yeah.
And the new Terminator movie with Christian Bale looks fucking unbelievable.
Does it really?
Yeah. It looks really
Why are we
cool.
surprised? They're not going to make a bad Terminator movie.
And it's all every movie that Christian Bale's in now starts with forget what you've seen already, or forget the past, or that movie never existed. It's a whole new retelling. The guy is just, and then it's dun, 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 and all action.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale is doing a retelling of, the story, and you don't have to see the other movies anymore. That's Christian Bale's gig now. That's all he does. And we were laughing about he should do it to Back to the Future, where it's all really dramatic, and when he's having a fight with Biff, and it's just he's completely kicking the shit out of blood. Real nasty, and then he shoots him in the head or something.
Nice.
It's just forget what you've known about Back to the Future.
They have to,
Christian Bale in the future. Like they just change it a little.
Upgrade the car. It can't be a DeLorean anymore. It has to be
Yeah.
like, it has to be like some electric Tesla hybrid.
Yeah.
Go with the Segway.
And it's got to go up to
Super
like
up the Segway.
188 miles an hour. And it's just CGI and shit through the highways. Christian Bale is Marty McFly.
You got to do the Christian Bale voice.
Yeah. Doc, I don't know. How are we going to get that kind of power? 1.2 gigawatts of... It's a retelling.
That's pretty heavy, Doc.
That movie fucking stunk. I don't know how you guys like that.
Fantastic, and don't miss it.
It's
Marvin Berry. It's a terrible.
They kind of
show.
force those lines out. Hey,
look what I got for you.
it's your cousin, Marvin Berry.
Oh, Chuck's cousin.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are you trying to tell me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Christian Bale is Marty McFly as you've never seen him before. Doc. No! Al-Qaeda terrorists. They're after the nuclear fuel.
We should just put Christian Bale in every movie
Just
ever
put him
made.
in everything. You remake it.
Right.
Put Christian Bale in it. Don't acknowledge the previous movies.
Yeah.
And just a whole new retelling. Screw it.
New Caddyshack with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is Ty. Ty Webb. And the Shack. They just kind of changed the
Well, you
title.
got to hip up the name a little bit. the kids like the hip names. Yeah, good point. Blowing fouls from Cleveland. I didn't see the third Terminator movie. I said they're not going to make a bad Terminator movie. Was the third one horrible?
Dude,
Oh.
it was abysmally atrocious.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Rated PU.
Oh, hey,
Get it?
hey,
it
hey now.
stunk, and I didn't like it.
It's not with the chick.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was like,
All right, let's go to 33 across. We got info on Bob Nelson. 33 across.
guys.
What do you got?
Hi.
Hey, morning, guys. I saw Bob Nelson in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, like 2 weeks ago.
At the comedy. What's it? Hold on.
Hold on.
Is it called a comedy? It's a comedy club, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
above it's below or above a Mexican restaurant. It's called
Whoa.
Poco's.
Poco Locos? Oh,
No,
wow.
it's just called Poco's.
Oh, I got
Okay.
Poco Loco there
Yeah.
in
And
Ransom.
it was the same act I saw when he was on HBO like 25 years ago. And the picture they had on like, the whatever it is, it was the picture from 25 years ago. He looks absolutely nothing like it.
Why would you do that to yourself?
You know, if you're going to be in entertainment, you got to update those photos.
Because it just makes you look bad.
Yeah, because you're going to horrify your audience when you come walking out with no hair
Can I ask you a question, sir?
and whatnot.
Yes.
Why did you go and see him?
If you haven't figured it out yet, Doylestown, Pennsylvania isn't exactly the comedy capital of the world, so you get what you get.
You know, sounds like you should be on that stage.
God damn, dude.
Fuck
that
the rest of them.
sucks.
That's a great line.
Love you guys.
All right, thank you.
Hey, well,
33
how
across.
dude? Do people like his show? I've never seen Nelson live.
Oof.
No, Jimmy, he was horrible. He was horrible.
What's
It's the same accent, the same joke. The helmet broke again. The chin strap, and it was just.
Oh God, his Jiffy Jeff Jim bit. Did he do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you remember the name of the bit?
which was
What's wrong with
it
you?
Was, it was the exact.
I just remember
same
it's the
thing.
boxing bit.
It was the exact same thing as the football bit.
Right.
Only he decided he decided after the football thing, he's like, I gotta come up with another bit that's good.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll be a boxer.
But you know the name of the bit.
Because it was his whole thing. He goes, Jiffy Jeff, what? He was hearing his voice because he was punchy.
You're a big Bob Nelson fan, I see.
Wow, huge Bob. No, you know what it was? It douche chilled me out so bad. I remember it like a childhood sexual assault. It's ingrained in my Uncle Paul.
Yeah.
Wasn't Epi Epperman one of them too?
Oh, yes.
I remember that.
I remember that
Yeah,
name.
with glasses.
Yep.
And I don't remember what the character was.
Well, I got a surprise.
Bad.
I got a surprise for you guys today.
What?
Bob Nelson stopping by to do a set
No
for the audience
way.
that came by.
Wow.
Yes, he's in the office prepping for
Fantastic.
his big gig in front of the live audience today.
Can't wait.
Just officially turned on the audience mic in. Jimmy turned around and was in shock that there were about, 20, 30 people behind
yeah,
him.
there was only two guys before.
Yes,
Now,
they fucked each other in the ass, and all these people came out.
That's right. They birthed all of these fucking creeps.
Yeah.
That's great.
We got to ask the women why they don't listen to us. I really want to know why. Is there one woman out there?
I like that. Hi, me from 1977. How you doing?
We got 2 ladies out there and about 20 guys.
He doesn't acknowledge.
Maybe because we use cunt as an adverb.
That could be our first problem.
We're not nice to women.
I'm a comic. I open for Bob Nelson.
Oh.
Let's give this guy a quick little something. Scott in Boston, how are you, Scott?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Good. No more Kurt Schilling
guys.
for you guys. Are you happy, sad, or you don't give a shit?
I don't give a shit.
Good for you. What do you got, Scott?
I opened up for Bob Nelson last year at the Comedy Connection in Providence, and basically he stood on stage, and the crowd of 60 plus would just yell out his bits, and he would just do the bits.
Did he have? I'm sorry, man. Did he have a small crowd? Because it's got to be hard if you have. Like, I don't think he's been on television in a little while. It's like if you get the same audience and you're doing, it's got to be kind of difficult to bring him back.
No, it actually was a sold-out show.
Well, why'd you say
Small-
60 plus?
Yeah, is it a small joint?
No, see, the age bracket was all.
Okay. All right. So he had a big audience. All right, good.
Does he seem happy?
It was like a retirement show, and they were just yelling out Jiffy Jeff, and he'd do the bit, and then they'd yell out football, and he'd do the bit, and they were just, it was like watching
Die.
a recording show.
Does he look happy
And
there?
At the end of the show, it was
right.
pretty funny because guys sell
Stop
CDs,
listening.
DVDs.
Sometimes I feel like
he
I'm
was
a
selling
ghost.
videotapes of his HBO special.
Videotapes?
Yeah.
Actual VCR, like.
Yep. He gave me one as a gift. I'm like, what the hell am I going to play this on?
I bet he's got like. He probably ordered boxes of VHS
Oh, yeah.
copies years ago and just has not been able to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Hey, was he cool to you?
Yeah, he actually was. He was very nice.
Okay.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
Gotta be humble.
Scott, why don't you plug your comedy? Let's go. Well, I'm going to hang up on you in seconds, and you didn't get your opportunity out there.
My website is ScottHigginsLive.com, and I'll be at the Comedy Connection in Portland, Maine, the 10th and 11th of April.
Oh, Bill Blumenreich is moving you around a little bit, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Giving you some road work.
Yeah, absolutely. Give you $25 a spot and, drive 2,000 miles.
Yeah, there you go. The world of the life of a comedian. Let's go to Steve.
That's fantastic.
One more tidbit on Bob Nelson. Go ahead, Steve.
Hello, I'm back for seconds. Yeah, he was in that freaking movie Brain Donors with John Turturro.
Is it old or new?
It was
Probably
pretty old.
very old. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It
guy.
was pretty funny.
He had. Bob Nelson had some real notoriety for 10 minutes after that special.
Yeah, he never really parlayed that into
That
anything.
was like, was that a Rodney Dangerfield special or
I
a
wanna
young
say it
com-
is.
I think
It
might
was
have
a
been a young
Dangerfield
comedian.
HBO special or Young Comedians.
Or it might have been an
remember.
HBO Young Comedians. It was just one of those where back then, like, you remember a couple of those episodes in the comics,
Yeah.
and that was one of them. You kind of remembered that. But years later, you just can't keep doing that.
You look at some of those specials, and everyone is famous now except like the one dude. And you're
Yeah,
like, what
yeah.
happened to that one dude?
You get one guy, and it's like, yeah, let's bring him out.
Oh wait, we sort of did this bit, and the one
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
turns out to be like the most successful out of all of them. He's behind the scenes doing like, I don't know, cartoon voices or
yeah, he's a
something.
producer or something.
A writer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we kind of did that. Who was with Bob Nelson?
His with an act like that, it's like a sketch show is probably where you parlay it, or you like where you can kind of do characters. You know what I mean?
Cagged is.
Like Tracy Ullman. I mean, you know, it's her whole character thing. She's made a career out of it. 'cause-
Oh, the one-woman show was fantastic.
yeah.
Hate one-woman and one-man shows.
Unless
I
it's
know
some-
we've had people do them that have been
Chaz.
friends of ours. And
Chaz
stuff.
is
no,
one-man
that's
show.
different.
Was
I mean,
amazing.
like comedians when they get up and do these things and stuff. I'm just like, all right, here he goes.
I heard Birbiglia's is good though. As much as that pains me to support another comedian.
Yeah, I did hear that was good.
It's
And
over
I-
now, though,
Is
isn't
it?
it?
I don't know.
I think that was a short run.
Yeah.
I had a massage therapist say to me, "Do you know Mike Birbiglia?" And I wanted to bite her fingers off like a monkey.
Claw her face.
Take her face off.